All right, second try. Where are we now? So it says sales tax. He's coming, I promise. He's just taking forever. He's got to pack up his tent that he just put up. He just got done putting up a tent. It's like one of those that are just vinyl canvas and wooden. So, sales tax. Now, this is a situation where, once again, it is straight up real-life connections, stuff that you will actually use, and I'm not just saying that as a teacher trying to convince you to have a mathematics as part of your life. Okay? You will use this. I remember my story that I gave the other class, and I'll give it to the others as well, is I remember when the first big item that I ever purchased by myself, it was probably, I can't remember, I was either in 3rd grade or 4th grade. We went to Best Buy, and I bought myself a portable CD player, all right? Because I was, no, it wouldn't have been that. I was in 6th grade, because I remember my first CD I ever bought was Lion King in '95. So it was 6th grade. All right, it was 6th grade. I saved up money by mowing lawns and watching kids in the neighborhood and stuff like that, and I was able to buy this $100. It was like an RCA thing you put on your side here. It was about this big because it held a CD. No, Dre only released. Yeah, that was 2 years before the Chronic 2001 came out. Anyway. But my CD player, I was going to buy this. And I was like, yeah, I've got $100. I'm going to buy this. And then I get to the register. They scan the box, and the price was $113. And I was confused. Okay, I was like, well, I thought I just saved up enough money. So I needed to borrow like $5 from my brother to be able to pay for it because I saved up all this money. And I couldn't believe it. I was actually angry. I remember it to this day, 20 years later, that I was angry because I saved enough money and I still didn't have enough money because I didn't think about sales tax. Okay? I didn't think about sales tax. Sales tax is added on to whatever price tag you see right there. Okay? And tax rates are different for different kind of items, so that's why they don't show you the tax rate on the tag. So, it says here, whenever you purchase an item, so now I'm reading and you're following along, right here. Whenever you purchase an item, you usually have to pay sales tax based on the amount of your purchase. Commonly, the sales tax is a combination of state sales tax and city sales tax. Different cities have different tax rates. Okay? That's why certain areas have a whole bunch of businesses and some don't because businesses want to save money, different taxes, blah, blah, blah. Without getting too detailed. So, it is the merchant's responsibility to see that the money is divided up correctly and sent to the proper authority. And that's not like principles, it's talking to the whatever government being. When you look at a sales slip, you will see the sales tax added after everything else is totaled. If you pay sales tax of let's get something you can actually see through. If you pay sales tax through 3.5%, it would figure tax this way. You take the total amount of purchases, and then you multiply it by the tax rate of 3.5%. Now, can someone please remind me, what is 3.5% as a decimal? What's 3.5%? Well, 0.035. Okay, 0.035 is the percent as a fraction. Percent as a decimal. All right, so can someone please multiply 17.68 times 3.5%? Okay, hey, welcome back, everybody. Yes, I said multiply 17.68 times 3.5%. Yes?
I got 0.6188.
0.6188, correct. 0.6188. And someone said, I thought you used 0.035. It is. If I wouldn't have said the word percent, okay, because you know that 3.5% is 0.035. Mm-hmm.
So would you get the same thing?
Yes. How many of your calculators have a percent button? Okay? What happens when you put 3.5 and then hit the percent button? Yeah, it works the same. But you know that it's going to be the same part. If it was just like this, yeah, I'd want the test to be the exact same as the homework, yeah. Will?
I did 3.5 and I did percent, just goes to 0.
It goes to 0? Okay, what if you did percent 3.5?
I did that. No, I did 3.5.
It just goes to 3.5.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Would you calculate yours tomorrow so I can do mine?
You may bring your calculator tomorrow. Okay? So we round that answer to the nearest penny, and then we're going to add the amount of money that it cost. Ooh. We're going to add the amount that it cost right here, and we're going to add the amount that the tax was to get our new total, which is $18.30. That's why my Walkman, my Discman, or whatever it was, it was RCA, so I don't know what their brand name was, but that's why my CD player, I couldn't afford it anymore. I had to borrow $5 from my brother because I saved up enough money, but I didn't even think about taxes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. It was man? Yes, man. I don't know. Yeah.
I bought a PSP right after I was for it. I thought I did.
Yep.
They think I can use it, my dad can
Yeah, exactly. Right? Why doesn't it just tell us what it's going to cost? It's not like a huge advertisement area. You just change the sign. Menards does it 4 times a week anyway. All right. At. Okay? Let's do an example here. How much sales tax? Now they're asking for just sales tax. Make sure that we're answering the question that they're asking. Okay? Make sure that we're answering the question that they're asking. So in order to do this, it says $28.95 at 4.5%. And what's that saying? Wait. What that's saying is something costs $28.95. You have to pay 4.5% tax on that. So what we are going to do is, I want you to write this down as well. 28.95 times what? Britton? No. Yes. There you go. Good recovery. Good recovery. 0.45. 0.045. What do we get?
I got 1.
Ethan? 1.30275. Ooh. Here's your change, sir. $1 and 302 302.75 10 thousandths. It's like, I thought I had exact change, but I don't. What should that round to? Yeah, Will? Will? $1.30. $1.30. Okay, that's how we find the tax. Yes, ma'am. What was it? 275? Okay, I'll show you right here. If the number that we are trying to round to, okay, we have to round to the nearest hundredth. Okay. The only letter that we look at, or the only number, is this one when we're rounding. If that number is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, we go whoop, up. If it's 0 through 4, down. Well, no. That we just keep it the same. If it doesn't push it over that hill, keep it the same. If it was 5, it would be 31 cents. All right, let's 1, 2, skip a few. Yep. Let's do number 6. Just to check and see if you understand what's going on. Yes, when you push plus, it keeps going up, but I need you to focus on what we're doing. Okay? Yeah, do number 6. I want you to do number 6, please. Right now, we're going to see if you have what you should have. Yes, sir. I have one more calculator to give out. You got all 3 of you need one. All 4 of you need one. No, you have one. I'm gonna steal one from next door. Do you want to write down what you have for number? I'm gonna steal one from next door. I'll be right back. Yes, sir. Okay. So does that? Do we agree with Sammy? So we agreed. Where'd the stylus go?
Right there, but under.
Oh, got it. Got it. Thank you. So $4.04. That's just the tax on that item that costs $84.23. 4.8? No. That's it. It's average. It's a little bit lower, maybe. I don't have any receipts on me, or else I'd be able to double check. Yes, sir.
In Pennsylvania, stuff is amazing.
Ooh, you know, it'd be a really great way to describe. Okay, fuel across the river is cheaper. Does anybody have any parents that will go across the river? Okay. So the tax rates are lower because they have a license fee in Missouri that we don't have here. Now, to put it into perspective, let's see here. Okay, Google. Cigarette tax rate, city of Chicago. Okay. Okay, Google. Cigarette tax rate, Chicago, Illinois. All right. Now, naturally, smoking is bad. Okay? In order to motivate people to not smoke, especially in the city of Chicago, let's see here. Not anymore. All right. Now, where is the tax rate? So cigarette used. No, darn it! I was hoping that it would just be right there. All right. So for smoking tobacco per ounce, large cigar count. Okay, that's a lot. $36. Darn, I was hoping it'd just be okay. 30. Okay, you're here. 36. 36%. Darn, that's not jumping out as much as I hoped it would. But anyway, the tax rate's like 70%. So people who were able to afford smoking, like which is like maybe $7 or $2 a day, now it costs them $14 a day. Okay, just to show you how taxes can get really high because they don't want people smoking, because then it hurts their health, and then that costs money, especially if they can't pay their health fees, and that costs the government, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yep. They can't make smoking illegal, but they can make it not affordable. Yeah.
I did the math, and it's like $5,000.
Yep. $5,000. $5,000. So, I don't remember. I haven't lived up there, and I don't buy them anyway. But I just remember people complaining about it when I go home. I don't know the answer to that question. Yes?
My great grandpa, when he rode horses, and he just bought cigarettes just put gas in it.
Really? Interesting. We're going to do one more. So I was just pointing that out, that taxes can get super, super high. Super duper high. All right, let's do one more. Let's go, what's the highest tax?
7.5.
Oh, 7.5. Let's do this one. 7.5. 7.5. I'm going to write what you're going to be doing, so go ahead and do that. Yeah. Easy peasy, right? That's one part of what your homework is going to be.
What percent of the taxes are civil laws? 5%, 7%, 6%.
On items, it depends. It goes by county, state by state, district by district. Does anybody need? Shh, quiet, please. Does anybody need an example or another example? Okay. So, yes, ma'am. Did you want another example?
No, I was just saying, so basically it's just like calculating simple interest.
It's just like calculating simple interest, but it's going to be a lot less volume. This is easy. This is only 1/3 of your homework, though. What's that?
Let's do one more.
You want to do one more?
Wait, is this actual sheet at homework?
What do you think with this beautiful name written here? Okay. So one more. It was requested. $45.72. $45.72. I'm going to multiply that by 0.05. And I'm going to come out to be $0.29. Cool? All right. $2.29. Very good. All right, next side. That doesn't have anything to do with what we're doing. Now, this page here talks about estimation. However, on the homework, we're not going to be estimating, okay? But we will read through this. So I would have you read it, but since I'm recording this class, I'll read it. Now, just to put it into real time, I remember when I was in middle school or maybe a freshman, we'd go to the movie theater, see a movie, and then there'd be a group that would walk across the street or go somewhere else in the area and go to a dinner or maybe ice cream and then call the parents to come pick us up. We always had to figure out what the tip would be. Now, the trouble is, in the mid-'90s, you didn't have a calculator on you. Maybe there was one kid who had his calculator watch. Have you guys seen those? I've seen one of those recently. Yeah, a calculator watch. I'm not talking about a smartwatch. I'm not talking about a Pebble or a Galaxy Gear, or I think Apple's doing that now too. We didn't have those, so we had to figure it out, hopefully, what the tip was. Okay? And the funny thing is, back in the day, I was probably one of the last age groups to do this, but your math teacher's like, and you're not always going to have a calculator on you. That isn't true anymore. Most of you have a calculator on you at all times. Yep. And then if I do buy a new watch, I'll have a calculator on my watch. So, I want to get gear to Neil. When you eat in a restaurant or cafe, someone takes your order and brings you your food. It's customary to leave a tip for your waiter or waitress to acknowledge the service if he or she is giving you. The amount of tip can vary from 10 to 20% of the total amount of the bill. Depending on the type of the restaurant and the service received, the customary usual amount is 15% of the total bill. Now, I used to serve food when I was 18, so I always pay 20% unless that server is horrible, then I might do 12 to 15%. Okay, I always give 20 because there are people who give 0, and to those people, don't go out to dinner. Just stay home. Go be miserable yourself. Because it's not the person necessarily that's making your time bad. It might be the restaurant. Now, how are you going to be able to calculate the quick tip without using a calculator? We're using a calculator. Thank heavens for all the mental math. Haha, we already did estimation. And the reason we're not estimating here, but what this does talk about is it talks about how you find 10% of it, and then you take half of that 10%, add them together, and that's 15%. Okay, so if you'd like to look into that, feel free to continue reading, but we're going to just do some examples instead because that's how the homework is. Yes, sir?
This is what we did like 2 days ago, right?
Essentially, yeah, this is all very similar. Just
because we divided by 2, now we're getting half.
I see. No, this is different.
All right.
Because that one we divided by 2 and used that as the new base, and yeah, did. Okay. Now, here's what's going to happen. All right, we're not going to average these, or not average. We're not going to estimate these, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at this here. We had a total bill of $46.85. Okay? $46.85. So we're focusing on this. Total bill, $46.85. Now, we want to tip this person, our server, 15%. How are we going to find what that is going to be? What is the tip amount? Because it's asking us what the tip amount is. Tip for each. Okay, what is the tip amount going to be, AJ?
You're going to take 46.85, and then we multiply that by
0.015, or 15 hundredths, or thousandths. Okay, 15 thousandths. Okay, yes? Yeah, it tells you.
So we're not going to do the rounding one.
We're not doing the rounding because that's not how it is in the homework, and that's why I'm taking the rounding out of this example. Okay? So what do we get when we do 4685 times 15 thousandths? Yeah.
15% just be 0.15.
Ah. Okay, so what did we get? If we would have done that, what do we get?
$7.03.
Seven.
What the heck?
Oh, wait, no.
It's a waitress.
Oh, yeah.
$7.30 from. You did.
$7.03.
Did you do this calculation here? Do this calculation.
I got
70 cents. That's why I'm drawing a sad server here. 70 cents. You spent $47 almost at this restaurant. You give them 70 cents?
It's in your chain.
Yikes.
That must have been really bad.
So we did something wrong, right?
Yeah.
This has to do with being aware of what you're doing. Don't just get this stuff done. Think about it. Would that make sense to give a server 70 cents unless she slapped you in the face when she gave you your food? Okay? Not figuratively slap you. Literally slapped you. And by she, just...
Your waitress had a hole in her head.
Okay? It shouldn't be 0.05 because that would be 1.5%. Make sure it's 15%. Now we have that $7. Who had it? Well, hopefully you all had it because that's what we're all doing. Okay? Do you have a calculator? $7.02? $7.03 tip. Is that right?
No. Yes.
Why does that seem high? Yeah, $7.37. $7.02, which is 3. There you go.
So were we right?
Right.
Yay.
So there we go. So we got $7. I'm going to move that over. That's why I was confusing myself. $7.03. Okay. Good. Now let's do one. Let's do a couple of the examples below. We have. All right. So H1N1 comes out today, right? Or tomorrow? Does anybody know? H1Z1. H1Z1.
What the heck is H1Z1?
Nobody's a PC gamer in here. Okay, never mind.
Oh, I'm a PC gamer. I just don't know what it is.
All right. You buy a new controller. You buy a new controller for $58.76 at GameStop. Okay. Now, we're doing a tip. Never mind, this is restaurants. I'm sorry. This is a restaurant. So what is the tip going to be for $58.76? I want you to work that out right now. Show your work so you can look back at that. $58.76, I want you to find out what that is. Do you have it already?
No.
What's your question?
50% interest.
Yes, we're doing, not interest, 15% tip. 15% tip.
Got it.
Everybody should be calculating this. Even Ms. Schmidt. Didn't I say who needed a calculator? Did you raise your hand? No? You didn't, did you? Why not? You forgot to raise your hand? Did you? You did hear me though? Okay, so there you go. You just say I didn't hear you, and I'd leave you alone.
That's what's going on outside.
What is it?
They're blowing stuff up.
Yeah, Miss Crawl's explosion.
Good. Yep.
I had third place now.
Good. So what did we do? Yes, there are people out there. Sit down.
Yeah, they put no, the opposite.
What is the calculation that you did, Sophia?
I did 58.76 times 15, which I got, once I rounded up, I got
$8.08. Is that what you guys got?
I got $8.
Okay. 881? Shh, stop. I'm talking to one person right now, and one person is talking to me. Please repeat yourself.
I thought that you're supposed to round, you told me you're supposed to round up like the 100.
You're only rounding to the 100th spot. For some reason, you guys love to round to just whatever numbers. Okay? To the 100th spot. So it's 881.
Yeah.
What was the whole number before we rounded?
8, 1. I can't remember.
It was like what? It was like
Oh yeah, 8, 1, 4.
Okay. And it's not. Okay. Yeah, so that would be rounding to the nearest 100th. So you're cool. I understand the confusion. You're not the only one, and you won't be the last one. Okay? Good. So that's that. Any questions on that?
No, it's
Okay. It is easy, so let's make it harder.
I don't like that.
Okay. Who's dexterous? Very dexterous. Dexterous. Probably a girl or, okay, maybe guys. I don't know. Well, here. Can you pass this out? I need to get started on this. So for the homework, we're going to do the first one together. Yeah. Yeah, right, Smith. I do not expect you to complete those notes because it's the exact same thing again and again and again. And make sure you give that back today, okay? You left it on your desk? Okay? Whoops. Pay no attention to the information on the screen. There we go. You guys are asking questions, and all it was is people receiving it. Now, here's what I want you to do. Before we read through this, I want you to write down a couple things in the top left margin, the same place that I am. There's going to be 4 4 things you're going to write down. It's going to say 1, add all items. 2, find tax of total. 3, add 1, and 2. And this is for the restaurant part, so we'll get to that. Add 1 and 2. 14. Sorry, 4. Fine. 15% of tax and total.
Number 2 says find the tax and total. Is that like, doesn't that mean number 4?
Tax of total. That's O with a cursive F for number 2.
Oh, I get it. So first you just do it.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean?
That's the shortened version of what we're going to read right now. Okay, I wanted to put that there so you guys knew where to write it, because as soon as we start reading, some of you are going to be lost. And I want to make sure you got it. It seems short because it's non-stop. We have no room. You know what I mean? Yeah, 52. Some home bills, yeah, you guys are short in this class, only half hour. Some bills that you are responsible for paying, unfortunately, they have not been totaled. Sales tax, and if it is a restaurant bill, the tip is not determined. We're going to use a 15% tip on this bill. Okay? 15% always, so you can circle that guy. That should be no problem for you, however, since you already know how to calculate such things. Aw. These bills need to be paid soon, so sharpen your pencil and get your money ready. Yeah. Yeah. So, with the restaurant bill, okay, you are paying the bill. There's certain things you need to pay attention to on this. Okay, good. I thought I turned off my mic. The restaurant bill for 1 ribeye steak is $13.99, 1 special shrimp dinner $14.99, 1 appetizer at $4.50. Then we have 2 desserts at $2.25 each, and 2 soft drinks at $1.25 each. Blech. Now, no, not that. Not that noise that you guys make. So what do we have to do? What does it say in the upper left corner?
Add them all together.
We have to add them all together. So I want you to write this down for this one, and then as we're doing the calculation. So we are dropping out calculators and adding $13.99, $14.99, appetizer $4.50, 2 desserts at $2.25. So as I'm writing this, you are writing this. We're going to calculate it in a minute. I want you to write this down, everybody. 2 soft drinks. Stop introducing a question by saying wait. I understand that's what your age group does, but I do not like it.
$2.25 each. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is that for the 4 and the 9? For the $14.99 and the $4.50?
No, definitely not. Excuse me is the polite thing to say. It's not like, excuse me is what you should say, not wait. And I know you don't do it on purpose to be rude. It's just what your age group says. Yeah, excuse me is great. If I'm not facing you, you can say excuse me. So we have $13.99 plus $14.99 plus $4.50 plus $4.50. Ooh, wait, I did something wrong. Yes, I did it correct. Plus $4.50 and 2 soft drinks at $1.25.
$40.
No, because 2 desserts at $2.25 each, if there's only 1 $4.50.
Ah, there's 2 $4.50s.
$4.50. 2 times $2.25 is $4.50.
Boom.
Yep. Okay. So what does that total come out to be?
$40.48.
4048. What is step 2 that we wrote in the top? Find the tax of total. So, what are we going to do, AJ? Actually, no, David. What are we going to do?
Multiply it by the sales tax.
So multiply what by the sales tax? Good. Well, yeah, sales tax, 450. So that's going to be 0.45. So what does that come out to be? Oliver, what'd you get there? $1.82. Is that, anybody else get that? Okay. $1.82 for the tax. $1.82. Now we need to find out how much the total bill is. $48. How are we going to find the total bill? Yes. Good. Add the $1.82. What is it? 42.20? 42.30? Yeah. 42.30. Next. So that is the total. That's how much is the tax and the food. And now we have one more thing to do because it's a restaurant.
Tip.
We have to find the tip. How are we going to find how much this server is going to get tipped? Okay. Will?
Multiply by 0.15.
What am I going to multiply by 0.15?
42.30.
There we go.
Wait, what?
15. Yeah, we did the same thing as 0.15. He may have said it. I misspoke. I'm thinking low rates, like. So what is it? What is $6.35? $6.35, and that's it. Okay. Hopefully you wrote down the same thing that I did up here. That is your homework, the front and the back of that. There's only 9 questions left that you have to do. And yeah, it's a place up here. If you borrowed a calculator, please give it back.
This homework's really easy.
It should be.